And if they're successful in hitting the pocket, you can line up off them.
Right now, Saile with a 2-pin lead. Todd Minotti picking up the spare. And we're back to Mark Scime, 38 years old, a man who owns this company and sponsors this team. Like their shirts, fancy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, excuse me, there's a big break, Jay. He had a very difficult spare. For a moment, the 3-6, 9-10, and pin comes across, knocks out the 9-10, only the 3-6. Still not an easy spare, but much easier than what could have been there.
Got the job done. Lenny Biondi.
I think for Thermocarbon to win this tournament, Jay, these two left-handers that they have to bowl well. And they have the best shot on the lanes. Best ball reaction. The right-handers are struggling, trying to hit the pocket. The left-handers, they're getting a better ball reaction because there's less play on the left side. The oil's not moving around as quickly. So,
you left-handers always get a break, don't you?
Oh, sure, and we need it, Jay. We need all the help we can get. It's a right-handed world. Tough spare here. 2-4-7.
Very nice. We'll return with more of this championship match in the National Team Challenge from Seminole Lanes in St. Petersburg in a moment. Along with Earl Anthony, Jay Randolph, as you look at Rick Sotis. We're here at the Seminole Lanes, St. Petersburg, Florida, not far from the gorgeous beaches of this area. Just a stone's throw away. It was pretty over on the beach this morning, I'll tell you. And that's pretty, too. Rick Sotis. The actor's putting on quite a show.
There's definitely some enthusiasm there. Here's a good look at that. Now watch how the ball hooks. It's well down the lane before it goes into that heavy roll. And that entry angle is what created that pin action. And there's his reaction. He's the guy that almost picked up that 3-7 in the first frame.
He's available if you need an actor.
Especially if you need someone that's got a lot of enthusiasm. Yeah. There he is.
Doug Becker coming back, and he leaves that 10-pin.
Just a little high on the head pin. Almost kicked it out. And almost got the head pin to come off the wall and kick out the 6-10.
The Baker system and this National Team Challenge creating so much enthusiasm and interest. And we're glad you can be watching and be a part of it with us today. "14 pins, the lead for Saile and Saile. Had that ball in the channel. This is a little better, but you got a break there. He's really having trouble figuring out the lane.
He gets so many revolutions on the ball. It's amazing to watch. And but unfortunately, he's not getting any the kind of ball reaction he's expecting from the surface. And he's not even getting close to the pocket. This spare is tough on this condition. Be careful. Well done.
Throw that ball right through to get it.
Let's take a look at it. Look at the revolutions. Even on his spare ball, he gets more revolutions than most people get going down and coming back on the ball return, Jay. It's just amazing to watch. It's like it's got a motor on that bowling ball.
Brad Briggs mentioned he manages the Don Carter facility over on the East Coast.
And everyone seems to be struggling. Even the left-handers are starting to fight a little bit now, Jay. The ball is still hooking hard for them in the back, and it looks like a pretty consistent reaction to me for the left-handers, so they should be able to line up. I'm kind of surprised they're not actually hitting the pocket better than they are. Again, the same tough spare that their other left-hander had just 2 frames ago.
2-4-7.
And Bob Handley. Bob Handley was a very successful touring professional for a number of years.
Sure
As I
was.
mentioned, he won five national championships, and he turned 40 recently. And the reason he's gotten off the tour is he has arthritis in his bowling hand, in the fingers of his bowling hand. And it's really cut down on his hook. He doesn't hook the ball nearly as much as he did when he was bowling on the tour. But he has a lot of pain in that hand when he bowls, so he doesn't bowl very often anymore.
He had as you mentioned, a stalking, rather unusual style. And the way he holds that ball.
Now here's somebody that can throw a ball hard. Watch when he shoots this 10-pin. This ball will whistle down that lane. Zip bang.
He always went full bore, didn't he?
Yep.
Still does.
He puts everything he's got into every shot, and good clutch player. Always tough in the clutch.
He's the anchor man for Scime Signs, and except for Handley, the other team members are mainly league and local tournament bowlers with little top flight tournament experience, of course. Oh, little problem here. Here's the qualifying scores. Scime Signs up on top, and then Kegel Bowl defeated in the first match by Thermocarbon.
And it's interesting to note there, Jay, you see their qualifying averages. That's what they bowled for 6 games over yesterday's qualifying period. They averaged 210, and the Baker system, they averaged 200. So it shows you the Baker system's a little more difficult to score.
There is a strike by Dennis Raukauskas. Dennis with a big smile.
Well, a chance to put his team in the lead after this first game here with another strike. As it stands now, only 2 pins separating these teams after the first game. So we have a close match, if not a high-scoring one.
Didn't get there.
Well, it's a chance for Dennis to show off his spare shooting here. This spare is very makeable. He tried to hook the ball in front of the 2-pin, slide it into the 10. The ball will take out the 4-pin. Well, it went hard and straight.
We will return with our second game in the championship match here at the Seminole Lanes in St. Petersburg in just a few moments. We've got a goodie going.